Igor, I need to talk to you.
No Mousy today. So the Rat King is gone?
It won't be long before it returns. We don't have much time. You need to help me. I need to find out what happened to me. I remember the explosion.
Were you close to reactor number 4? That was the night Tachana disappeared. What do you remember?
Not much. Fire, sirens wailing, burned men. Agonized screaming. It was Kharkiv, in 1972.
What? I think you've got the time and geography mixed up.
The KGB and some military geniuses tried to put out a fire in the natural gas mine with a nuclear device. Almost a kiloton yield. They blew everything up, the morons. The column of fire and radioactive ash, kilometers high. People in villages nearby thought it was the end of the world.
What were you doing there?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. All I know is I was there to observe.
Calm down, Tarakan. We'll get to the bottom of it eventually. Try to get some rest now, all right? Hey there, Tarakan. I was wondering if there's anything you'd like to teach me.
But of course, I have been blessed with the wisdom of the great Ratcatcher. And I've also spent a lot of time in the zone. I can give you some pointers.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
As you've already noticed, Mousy, resources are scarce in the zone. It's essential to conserve materials when crafting. You see, Mousy, any damn fool can make soup. Throw a bunch of shit in a pan, add water, turn on the heat, and hope for the best. But the secret lies in learning the correct proportion of ingredients, and not just in meals. This applies to crafting in general. I'll show you how it's done. But first you'll need to find 2 flammable and 1 mechanical ingredients. I hid them nearby, so keep your little mouse eyes open. We don't have all day, Mousy. Hurry it up.
Igor, I need a minute.
What's going on?
Something's up. NAR is being really active on the radio. They're looking for someone, supposedly a traitor and a thief. I managed to pinpoint the location. It's Kopachi, the village near the Pripyat River. This could be our ticket into the power plant. This person might know something important or have access to useful gear.
What do you think he could know?
Passwords, credentials, uniforms, even rations. And it should be a fairly straightforward mission. If you're smart and fast, you won't even have to mix it up with NAR.
You're right. This could be important. We should at least have a friendly chat with this so-called traitor.
I'm glad you see my point. It's in Kopachi. You can't miss it.
Welcome, welcome. Fancy some trading?
I have to ask.
Out here, sometimes I learned that.
You've met? All right. I think I'm used to work. She went missing.
We've
Good. Good luck.
Take my picture, Igor. Do it now.
Sure, sure. What's got into you?
I want you to remember this moment. Keep it close to your heart. Whatever happens, we are connected. We belong together.
Of course. You're my fiancé, and...
That's not what I meant. Never mind.
People exposed to Chernobylite are able to communicate with each other. That's why people can see Tatiana. That's why I can see her too. Oh, fuck.
What a stupid job. I was stupid enough to take it. Check it out!
So, the Black Stalker used to work at the power plant, and he seems to know me. Interesting. But how does my old mentor Semenov fit into all of this?
When I finish my contract, I'm going to grow a beard. Chicks in Moscow dig beards. It's just one guy! One guy! Get him! Smoke the motherfucker out! We have to find him, quickly! Enemy spotted! Engaging! Fire a wheel! What a stupid job. And I was stupid enough to take it. I should have brought that goddamn power bar. I'm starving.
Shit.
The Policia Hotel, former symbol of communist luxury, now a relic of bygone glory.
If you say so, Tanya.
Party apparatchiks used to stay here whenever they visit Pripyat. It gave them a great view of the power plant and the surrounding area while they were checking up on things.
The master's eye makes the horse fat, as they say.
But it didn't quite work out that way.
No, it did not. After the disaster, this place became a hub for the liquidators. They coordinated the helicopter operations from the roof, gave orders, and watched the Mi-6 drop sand and boric acid into the reactor. The only sensible thing to do.
Do you think the party bosses were on site? Or maybe they were too afraid of radiation? Did they cower behind mahogany desks in their spacious offices in Moscow?
Some of them did come to Pripyat. There are rumors that even Gorbachev stood on this roof once.
He must have thought long and hard about the policies he was trying to introduce. Perestroika, glasnost, a token amount of transparency and freedom of speech. After all, state secrecy, censorship, and forced economic planning led to this disaster. But it was too little too late. Even the truth couldn't save us by that point.
Politics was never a business for telling the truth. That's why I stick to science.
And what about us, Igor? Can we survive our truth once you find it? Meet me on the hotel roof. Where are we going for our honeymoon, Igor?
Honeymoon?
You did start planning it, right?
Of course I have.
So?
I was thinking of Sochi, Yalta, perhaps Gagra.
Kagra! The Soviet Monte Carlo for party apparatchiks? Over my dead body?
All right, all right. Sochi it is then.
Remember the disco at Energetic?
How could I forget? I was the worst dancer on the floor. Even in my younger years, I was always a bit stiff.
That's not true. Besides, you had a great partner to lead you. Me. And the disco balls? It was great. The lights, the beat, the atmosphere.
I remember. It had a funny name, but like an old inventor.
Edison. Edison, too.
Right.
But Energetic was way more than a disco. It had a library, swimming pool, cinema.
Yes. I took you to see a Georgian movie about a young guy traveling around villages, collecting folk songs and music. What was it called?
The Journey of a Young Composer. It was a masterpiece. Beautiful music, a funny story. It had everything.
I know. You made me watch it like 3 times.
I was so happy, Igor. Back then, even if not everything was okay, I could always lean on you and forget my cares.
When we arrived in Pripyat, before the incident, that was the happiest time of my life, Tanya.
Those sunny days, do you think we will ever see them again? Can we go back, Igor? Is it even possible?
I'll make it possible. Do you hear me, my love? Tanya?
Come along, Igor. We're not done yet. The Pripyat amusement park had the autodrome, paratrooper, swing boats, and the famous Ferris wheel. I know it was just a distraction, but I wish we'd gotten to ride it at least once. See the city from the air one last time before our world collapsed.
It never had a chance to open. It was doomed from the start. A pretty dream. Just another type of opium for the masses, to paraphrase the classic.
Our Professor Kumunik always focused like a laser beam. God forbid he ever be distracted by frivolity or fun. You've always thought very highly of yourself, haven't you? You concern yourself only with the serious, scientific problems, uncovering the secrets of the universe, measuring the fabric of reality, grasping the order of things, the ultimate truth. You look down on the little people simply living their boring, workaday lives. Admit it, you despised those people, hated everyone who couldn't match your level of thinking.
No, I never. That's now what this is about. It's just that people are chaotic, disorganized, unreliable, unpredictable. While physics and mathematics, science, never lets me down. Even in the darkest of times, I can always rely on their simplicity, clarity, beauty.
What role did I play in this life of the mind? Was I a distraction from your lofty goals? A destructive force tearing down your orderly life? What's your truth about us?
No, not you. You were different, inspiring. I embraced you. You've been my reason to live, to work. You were, and always will be, my little chaotic dancing star. That's the truth. Even if it's only my truth.
Mousy. I hate to say this, but the war against the Rat King is going poorly. He always seems to be one step ahead of us.
Igor, I need you. Meet me in the Pripyat res... What do you hope to find among these trees, Igor?
You tell me, my love. You brought me here.
What are you talking about, Igor? Are you losing your mind?
Frankly, yes. I think I might be.
You came here because there's something you need to understand. Something to do with those dead trees. What they are, what they represent.
They're not dead. Not entirely. The radiation from the disaster killed all the microbes, which slowed decay almost to a halt. The Red Forest is like a snapshot in time, but there are signs that nature may recover.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Every inch of this area is still badly irradiated. Perhaps this horror will give birth to something entirely new. Perhaps it already has.
New?
Strange, foreign, alien, something unfathomable. New. There's more I want you to see. The claw, the most irradiated piece of machinery in the zone. This might also be the most radioactive place in the zone, apart from the reactor core.
I know. It was used to remove the graphite from the roof of reactor number 3. 20,000 Röntgen per hour. Touching it with one's bare hands would practically be suicide. So the liquidators had to use machinery or robots whenever they could.
Both terrifying and fascinating, isn't it? Almost as if someone had accidentally opened a door to the inside of some dark, twisted star, oozing power that should have been left untouched.
Where do you get these ideas from, Tanya? Probably all those science fiction books you used to read. Nuclear fission is just a method of producing energy. We became quite adept at harnessing it.
Really? This place doesn't inspire confidence in your assessment. I know what nuclear fission is, and you know that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't understand.
I think you do, my love. You said it yourself once. It's us, humankind. Are we truly ready to bear such a responsibility? We're like a bunch of chimpanzees trying to launch a rocket into space. What if the radioactivity is just the beginning? What if we stumble upon something even more powerful?
Chernobylite.
We need someone to guide us. Someone more significant than all of us. Someone or something.
Sometimes I wish humanity had one gigantic head.
What for?
So it could pull that head out of its gigantic ass.
Joke about it if it makes you feel safe, but it changes nothing. I'll show you. Samoshells? What do you know about them?
Well, when the Chernobyl reactor blew apart and the radionuclides started spreading, the authorities created an exclusion zone encompassing a 30-kilometer radius around the power plant. The people living in that area were evacuated. Eventually. First the Pripyat dwellers, then the other nearby hamlets. Kopachi, Yaniv, Poliska, Tarasi, Severivka, Vilcha, Kopachichi, Andriivka, and many more.
They were forced to leave, had to abandon their lives and their belongings. Their animals were shot, but some people refused to leave, didn't they? Or resettled later in secret. But why? Why would they do something so irrational, Igor?
They were sentimental, I guess. They must not have been thinking clearly.
You're the only one thinking clearly, aren't you, Igor? Always trying to reason your way out of every predicament. But people are different. They act on emotions, hopes, and fears.
Illusions.
Look who's talking. A mad scientist conversing with an imaginary woman. You think you know these people, but you don't. What do you know about this place? Its history? Do you have any idea what the folks living here went through? The Russian Civil War, forced collectivization, the Great Patriotic War, Nazi occupation, persecution by the NKVD.
History wasn't kind to this place. I know.
They suffered and lost so much. But they buried their dead and kept on going in spite of everything. This has been their place on Earth for generations. Do you think a bit of radioactivity would scare them away? People don't change that quickly, Igor. Maybe they don't want to, or maybe they just can't. Not many of them are left today. This place is dying. When the last of the Samoshells passes away, it will be the end. What about you, my love? Will you embrace change if our fate depends on it?
Everybody out, you're surrounded. Another hour
Like hell.
gone.
How about
3 more
this?
to go.
Fuck off.
They won't bother you anymore.
A tough guy, huh? Well done. Usually these arseholes don't venture this far because of the lurkers. Anyways, thanks. We would have dealt with them ourselves, but I guess you saved us the trouble.